Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, you're going to learn all about what ChatGPT is and how it works. Most importantly, how you can use it to boost your productivity as a software developer and also as a general user. I can tell you that ChatGPT is a game changer. You don't want to miss out this. Just watch this video and judge yourself. I'm excited to bring you this tutorial on ChatGPT. So what exactly is ChatGPT and how does it works? ChatGPT is an AI tool created by OpenAI. It was released in 2022 November and gained 1 million users in just 5 days. So when you compare with Netflix or Twitter, right? So they took almost 2.5 to 3.5 years to gain 1 million users. Whereas ChatGPT got in just 5 days. So you understand what is the demand in the market for OpenChat? Okay, so ChatGPT is an advanced language model that can understand and generate text. You can use the information and create content for your website or to write articles or to write emails or to generate cover letters and so on. So you can also use it to generate code in number of different programming languages like Python, JavaScript, HTML, CSS and much more. You can use it to write unit tests as well, and also you can translate the code from one language to another language. You can use it to explain the code. For example, if there is a piece of code that you are not able to understand, so you can simply ask to ChatGPT and it will explain you very nicely like a lecturer. So ChatGPT can also help you learn and remember things faster. For example, you can give one piece of text and you can ask ChatGPT a bunch of questions to understand the text. It can also prepare you for job interviews. You can have it to improve your resume or write a cover letter for you. And ChatGPT is going to take your jobs. Do you think the ChatGPT is going to take your jobs? I personally don't think that it can replace human. However, it helps human to improve quality, increase the productivity and the efficiency. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to use the ChatGPT to get more creative and to get things done a lot faster. So I'll be showing you various examples for different programming languages, both for beginners and experienced developers. It's really very important in your day-to-day life. But before we dive into that, let's take a moment and understand how ChatGPT works. ChatGPT uses an artificial intelligence called a language model. A language model is a type of software that is designed to understand and generate human language. Does this by looking at large amount of text data and learning the patterns and rules of the language. So now without delay, let's jump onto the system and let me show you all with the examples, right? Whatever I told you, let me show you with examples how can we use this chat GPT in your real life. Okay, so now let's jump onto the system and see different examples how we can use chat GPT in real time. First, let me cover some general stuff for the general users, how we can use ChatGPT in the real life for a general users. So as part of this general stuff, let's see first, let's say if I want to know what are the top 3 books for learning .NET technology. So let's type what are the top 3 books for learning .NET. What are the top 3 books for learning .NET? So now as soon as you hit enter, it gives you all the top 3 books in the market for learning the .NET. It gave us the list of documents or list of top 3 books that are available to learn .NET. Okay, so let's enhance the query again. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to ask, what are the key takeaways from which book? Let's say this book. What are the key takeaways from this book? Correct. Let's keep it in double quotes. Okay, so now see how beautifully it gives you the summary of your book. Okay, see it is actually typing entire summary of the book and overall what the book provides you. Okay, the overall book provides a solid foundation of C, so it is summarizing everything. Okay, how beautiful it is. Okay, so now let's say how do I become a QA tester, or let's say we'll do become a front end developer. Okay, so it says what are all the things that you need to become a developer. It says, see, learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the building blocks for front end, right? It gives you entire information. Okay, see, it generated all the things that you need to do. Learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, build projects, formalize yourself development tools, right? And it says stay up to the latest technologies. So it is giving, so these are all the general information that we can get. So now let's jump into a technical stuff. Okay, so let me make this tutorial bit more interesting. Okay, so let's understand how can we write shell script with the help of ChatGPT. I'm going to generate some shell script with the help of ChatGPT, and simply I'm going to copy that shell script and use that shell script in my system to perform one of the activity that I require. So let's jump onto the system. So writing shell script. Okay. So now let me just ask to write a bash command to find the name of all all JPEG files in a directory, and I want to write them all. I want to write all those file names to write them all to text file. Okay, so see now what it will do, what magic it will do. Okay, write a bash command to find the name of all JPEG files in a directory and write them all to text file. So now I'm going to copy this bash command, whatever it gives you. Okay, and then I'm going to implement it in real time. See, it gave you the bash command and it is actually explaining about that bash command, how you have to implement this bash command, right? Let me copy this. Okay, let me go to my one of the folder. Okay, let's go to here, let's go here and let's create a text file. Let me create a text file, name this as file list names. Okay, .sh, and edit this. I just copied that and I'm pasting here. Okay, let's paste it here. Now I want to replace this directory. I want to replace this directory with this path. Copy this and paste it here. Okay, and then I want to name this file. Okay, I want to also put the same path where the text file needs to store. Okay, all the names should be written in this particular JPEG file, right? And whatever let's change it to PDF. We'll do one thing. I'll change it to PDF. I want to find out all the PDFs and okay, let's save this. Okay, let me / save this, close it. Okay, let's do one thing. File list. Okay, actually, let me open this. I have to take the text file actually. Copy. Let's do one thing. Okay, delete this. Let's take my text file. Okay, text document. Paste it. Let's save as list PDF files 1.sh. Okay, so if you see, this is my file, right? So let me just delete all others to avoid the confusion. Okay, so now if I run this, it should generate one list of all the PDF files that are available. See here. Okay, open this. See, in my directory, all the list of PDF files that are available, it listed everything. Correct? So that's the beauty. So I need not to code anything. Okay, I just copy it and then change the path. That's it. Okay, that's the beauty of ChatGPT. Okay. Okay, now let me teach you how can you write a contract with the help of ChatGPT. So what we're going to do, let's say I'm hiring a couple of website designers for my company. Now I need to write a contract, right? So how can we feed the information to ChatGPT and how can you get the beautiful contract written by ChatGPT? Let's say I hired probably a couple of graphic designers to my particular company and then I want to write a contract. So let's ask how can, okay, I wanna hire a graphic designer. I wanna hire a graphic designer to build my website. We have agreed that they will deliver the first draft in 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks, and offer 3 iterations free of cost, 3 iterations free of charge. Okay, any iteration after will be charged $100 per hour. Let's assume $100 per hour. So now let's ask, write a contract for us. So now it's going to write the contract for me based on the above conditions. See how beautifully it created a contract. See, agreement for graphic design services. This agreement is entered. What is the scope of work? And then deliverables. What are all the deliverables? and then what is the payment method, intellectual property, warranties, confidentiality, right? What is the termination rules, dispute resolution, governing law, entire agreement, right? In witness whereof, right? So basically it gives entire skeleton. It takes at least 30 minutes for me to prepare this contract, but it gave us in 1 or 2 minutes the entire contract has been written, right? How beautiful it is, right? So now I want to use ChatGPT for my career growth. That means I would like to write a resume. I mean, I want ChatGPT to write a resume for me. So let's see how can we write resume with the help of ChatGPT. So now write a resume for me. So writing a resume for me, okay? So let's assume, let's say I have 12 years of experience in quality assurance, quality assurance testing and automation testing using selenium, comma Tosca and Catalan tools. Okay, write a resume for me. Let's see how it's going to write a resume by considering the inputs that I have provided. So it started writing resume. See how beautiful it is. See, it is considering all the inputs that I gave. Summary, experience quality assurance tester with 12 years of experience, right? Selenium, Tosca, right? And then and also it is giving me company name, location, and what is your roles and responsibilities. All the roles, if you see, these are all related to my testing only, right? For quality assurance testing. And if you see here, education and skills, software testing, automation testing, selenium, Tosca, Catalan, test planning, execution, defect tracking, resolution, regression testing, these are all related to my quality assurance lead. And then certifications also, it took almost like quality assurance related certifications. So how easy it is. See, it takes at least for me 1 hour to prepare this resume, but it's just 2 minutes it gave you entire resume for you. Okay. Okay, so let me make the session bit more interesting. Okay, now let's understand how can we generate Python code with the help of ChatGPT. Let's say write a Python function for generating a random password. Okay, write a Python function for generating a random password and see how it's going to give. See how beautifully it wrote all the functions, right? It gave me the function where it generates the random password. Let's assume I did not understand some, okay, let's say this, what it will do, I don't know. Here, for this one, let's copy this. I want to know, okay, what does for in range length do in this code. So it's going to explain you everything about that particular syntax. See, it gave you all the syntax, right? What it will do. We can also write unit tests with the help of ChatGPT. So now let's see how can we do this in our real time. I want to write a unit test cases for this function, right? That piece of code. So let me tell, write unit tests for this function. write unit test for this function. So now it's going to write all the unit tests that are related to generating the password, random password. Okay, so now you see it wrote almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5 to 6 unit tests to cover that function testing. Basically, whether that function is properly working or not, you can execute these 5 to 6 unit tests, right? And it is also explaining about what are all the unit tests it wrote. How beautiful it is. With the help of ChatGPT, you can also improve the code that you have written. So basically, you can improve in the form of syntaxes, comments, and also the efficiency of the code. Okay, so let's see how can we improve the code. So now improving the code, you can improve the code also, whatever the code you write. So let's take an example. Okay, this is one example where I wrote a Java outer loop. Okay, copy this. So I want to improve the code. Okay, let's say, so I want to write, how can I improve this, how can I improve this code, and then shift enter, paste the code, and then hit enter. So now it's going to beautifully improves your code, and it's going to give you the perfect function for the above code. See, it improved the code and it provided comments and then inner text, outer text. It's giving you some improved code here. Okay, so that's the beauty. So as I told you earlier, ChatGPT supports multiple programming languages, and you can also convert one programming language to another programming language. Okay, so let me show you one example. I want to convert the above Java code to a Python code, right? How can we do that? Convert this Java code to Python code. So now it see that above Java code will be totally converted to Python. See, it took Python. If you see the window, see, this is your Python. Okay, now let us make this session very interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how can I generate HTML and CSS code with the help of ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to build web pages, live web pages I'm going to create by using ChatGPT in my system. Let me use HTML. Okay, I'm going to write the HTML for displaying a card. Okay, write the HTML for displaying a card. I'm gonna copy this as it is, and then I'm gonna show you how it looks like, okay, in the web. Okay, so if you see, this is the HTML that created. It has a card content. You have one image also, right? Let's copy this. Let's copy this and go to desktop. Let me do one thing, okay? Let me just create a text file. Let's say ChatGPT HTML, okay, and open this and paste it here. Now I want to save this as HTML. Okay, save it as .html. Okay, and close this. So if you see here, this is my HTML. Okay, let's open this. So before that, I want to make some change here. Okay, right click, edit notepad. I want to basically replace this image with the image in my system. Okay, so this is my system. Shift, I'm going to copy the path of this and then just replace this and save it, close it. See, now open this HTML. See, card title, this is the card title, and the HTML, whatever the uh, image that we uploaded, right? We specified, that is showing here. So let's close this. Let's enhance a little bit more. Okay, let's do one thing. I want to add a button for this. Okay, add a button below the card content. Add a button below the card content. Okay, let's enter. What it will do, it enhances the code, HTML code, for adding a button. See, it already added a button called learn more. Okay, let's copy this. Let's copy this and go to your desktop, edit this, paste it, and let's take this image again, copy as path, replace this and save it. Okay, open this now. So now it will have a learn more button. See, button is added. So let's close this now. Let's make it a little more interesting. Okay, I want to, when I hover my mouse, okay, over the card, I want the card to slightly slide up. So that card, whenever I hover on the card, I want the card to be slightly up. So now see, it is going to improve the code. See, now it improved the code. Let's see now how it works. Okay, let's close this, edit this, edit in Notepad, replace this. Now replace this image. Okay, again shift right click, copy as path, image, save this. Now let's open and see the magic. Okay, see here, see, it is going up. When I am hovering on the card, it is going up. See, perfect. So that's the beauty of ChatGPT. Okay, so let me come back to some generic topic. I want to apply for a job and I want to write a cover letter. So how can we do that? By using ChatGPT. So let's say I am applying for a quality assurance lead role at, let's say, some company. Okay, some company. Write a cover letter for me. Cover letter for me. See, now it starts writing cover letter. See, it created entire cover letter. See, your name, address, zip code, and then who is the hiring manager. It is writing to hiring manager, right? I'm writing to apply quality assurance lead role at so and so company with 12 years of experience, right? It everything, my track record of designing, execution, comprehensive test plans, test cases, everything is related to your testing skills, right? So it's really time saving by using ChatGPT. We can also make ChatGPT to act as an interviewer so that it can ask a lot of interview questions for you to improve yourself in the specific area. So now let's take it to the next level. So interview question. Let's say I want to ask ChatGPT to act as a technical interviewer, technical interviewer and ask me 5 questions related to 5 questions about JavaScript. So now it's going to ask me 5 questions related to JavaScript. See, it gave me all 5 questions. What is the closure in JavaScript? Everything is related to JavaScript. Let's say I want to know the answer. Okay, what is the it remembers everything whatever you the chart history. Okay, what is the answer to the first question? What is the answer to the first question? So it's going to give you what is closure. See, a closure in JavaScript is a function that has access to variables. So it's going to give you all the information related to your first question in the form of answer. We can also use ChatGPT in writing an email for you. If you want to write an email to your boss asking for the salary rise, yes, ChatGPT is here. Let's see how can we do that. Let's say now I want to write an email. Okay, I want to write an email to my boss. Okay, asking for the salary hike. Okay, write an email to my boss asking for rise. I have worked at this company. See, if you provide as much information as possible, it's going to give you very good email. For 6 years and successfully delivered projects on time. Projects on time. Okay, so now let's see how beautifully it's going to write the email. See here, dear boss. Okay, dear boss name, I hope this mail finds you the good spirit. I am writing this for salary increase after 6 years of dedicated service at your company, right? I have valued member of team and consistently delivering the projects during my time. So it gave me everything. So it's pretty simple copy and then just put your name and that's it. Okay, so now let's get into little technical again. So how can we write SQL queries with the help of ChatGPT? Let me show you examples. So the SQL query. Okay, let's see how it responds for the SQL queries. Okay, write a SQL query to generate a table called customer with 4 columns. Let's simply say 4 columns. That's it. I'm not going to specify the column names. Okay, so it's going to generate the SQL query for you. Okay, see here, when it creating a table, create table customer, it is assuming that the customer table might have customer ID, first name, last name, email. It's generic. So let's say if I want to have a specific columns, right? So then I will say write a SQL query to generate a table, SQL query to generate a table called customer with these columns. I'm going to specify the column names here. Okay, with these columns. Shift enter. What are the columns? Customer name. I'm going to specify just string. See, you need not to specify the actual float, etc. All these things. I mean, it's just it's going to understand your plain English. Okay. Again, location, string, SSN, int, right? And then state, again string, enter. See here, now it considered all the column names that I told, right? And it is telling, okay, customer name is a string column, location is a string column, SSN is a integer column. It is explaining entire table also. So hope you all enjoyed this video. So I'm going to publish some more real-time concepts, basically how you can use this chat GPT in future. I'm going to post more challenging tasks. Basically, we are going to explore more challenging tasks, and we are going to get lot of work from the chat GPT. How can you implement or apply these real-time work by using chat GPT?